Welcome into a new edition of Tech Talks. I'm Andy Demetri. We are pleased to be joined today by your redshirt senior running back from Eastman, Georgia, Daylon Gordon. Daylon, thanks so much for joining us. How are you?
Great. Thank you for having me.
You're not only a running back, but you're a special teams standout, which is why we wanted to bring you on to Tech Talks because Brent Key and the Georgia Tech special teams coaches have done something very special this year, which is give you guys a helmet sticker to signify your involvement in the core for special teams. These decals made their debut in the season opener versus Colorado. Odds are Tech fans may not have noticed them, but hopefully they will now. The decals are blacksmiths and hammers. Explain to Georgia Tech fans the significance of those two nicknames.
Yes, sir. So early on, in Georgia Tech's history, we were called the blacksmiths, and what does a blacksmith use majority of his time when he's working? A hammer. So that's where that came from. The blacksmiths, to be more specific, are special teamers that are on one or two special teams. But whenever you're a core four, when you're on all four, you're considered that hammer. That hammer is like a major piece. Like I just said, that's what the blacksmith uses majority of his time. And as a core four, that's why and actually we wear both. When you're a core four, you wear both. So like if you see somebody out there with two stickers, they're a core four.
You know you're a big deal, and you're one of three hammers so far yourself, defensive back Will Kiker and wide receiver Chris Elko. What does it mean to get that designation? We know special teams play can often be unglamorous, unheralded, but this kind of turns that on its head and shows, no, we hold you guys in the highest esteem within our locker room.
Yes, sir. It's a privilege. I mean, it's an honor and privilege because you get you're reliable. You have a lot on your shoulders. Like you got to remember the offense, you got to remember the defense. Yeah, but like you also got to remember everything you're doing on special teams. When you're on all four, you got to remember your rules. You got to remember the call. You got to make a play. It's like it's one shot to make one big play. Sometimes like you may miss this, but then you make the tackle. You may not dip your shoulder on punt return, but you make the block. So like it's just one big play, and then being a core four and being able to make a play on each phase. It's just complimentary football, and I love it. That's why I'm on it. I love it.
As your special teams coordinator, Tim Salem is fond of saying, there's no second and third down on special teams. You get one down in order to do your job and make a play. Well, also, we were talking this week, Daylon, you love the imagery of the blacksmiths and the hammer. It sort of suits somebody like yourself on special teams, doesn't it?
Yes, sir. It does. It's like hard, gritty, and just tough work. Don't matter. You're gonna get the job done regardless. You know it has to be done, so you got to do it, and you're gonna do it. You're gonna get it done. I love that.
Hope that these decals serve as an inspiration to your teammates that, hey, look, we hold these guys in very high regard in our program, and it's something that you should aspire to because special teams, it may not be as glamorous as being out
Mhm.
there on offense or defense, but it's every bit as important to the outcome of a game.
Yes, sir. Complimentary football, like I just said. Without it, you lose. You got to have all three phases.
Well, Dalen, we are talking to you on the eve of a highly anticipated whiteout showdown versus
Yes.
number 12 Clemson at Bobby Dodd Stadium at Hyundai Field. I already see your smile lighting up the screen, knowing the atmosphere that you and your teammates will step into, and those blacksmiths and hammers. How much has that energized the team as they have prepped throughout this week for Tomy's Leather?
Regardless if it's kickoff return or kickoff, we're out there first. So we get to set the tone. And that's like one of the best feelings in college football. Going out there to being the first one on that field, setting the tone, getting the offense or the defense ready to play the game. It's an amazing feeling. So I'm just glad to be a part of it.
And when you are lining up for opening kickoff,
Mm.
Georgia Tech fans, make sure you know that they're not coming alone because they got that silhouette of a blacksmith and they've got the silhouette of a hammer. Daylon Gordon, one of our famed, vaunted hammers on the Georgia Tech special teams. Pretty cool to be on the ground floor of a brand new tradition that literally and figuratively Georgia Techs will hope stick around, isn't it?
So, yes, sir. Amazing. It's an amazing feeling. I'm glad to be a part of it.
Absolutely. And as you said, only three hammers right now, but you're always willing to accept new members.
Always looking for more. Yes,
A
sir.
lot more hammers somewhere lurking inside that Georgia Tech locker room. Dylan, thanks so much for sharing your perspective on this new tradition. The Blacksmiths and the Hammers and the Yellow Jackets all take the field Saturday at noon. Tomy's Leather versus the Clemson Tigers. Dylan, thanks so much for joining us here on Tech Talks.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me. And go Jackets.